A little bit about this guy before I start talking about the video. He's about 6'4", 6'5", 6'4", 6'5". He's from Bulgaria. He kind of he's not a huge jumper either, so it's kind of for that kind of mid-range jumping, mid-range height outside hitters. Just showing his technique, how adaptive he can be, how kind of sneaky. He's also got a great arm, so his I'm just gonna let it run here. First off is his serving. His arm is obviously what makes him the most efficient. It's pretty good, pretty good. All right, let's go a little bit over what he just did here. Medium toss. Good step close. And he brings that arm up just like with the thumb up. Hitting it at a pretty good angle. He's using his body pretty well. Closing off his shoulders, turning his hips. Hand comes back in, left hand comes back in. See his attacking here. So this is smart tactics. I mean, he's trying to hit deep cross corner from up here down to the corner, which is always a good idea. It's a good dig by the defense. Another thing is blocking here. See, he's taking up a good little midsection of the court. He's not letting the seam open. He's not like chasing with his hands either. He's just taking the court nice and easy. He's blocking with the middle, closing that seam, letting the libero, because he has a really good libero. So he's using the libero, just hit that wrist away, easy shot. This is a really nice flat shot. If you could zoom in a little bit, you can see his. I know it's. There we go. You can see how he does that arm up, wrist up kind of bicep thing. Right in there. He's really good at the thumb up, bicep curl, curling it around. So he's up, his arm has a natural break, he curls it, brings it to his ear, thumb down to his ear. He's accelerating forward and his hand comes back, elbow pretty high. Elbow pretty high. Curls to his ear, comes back, elbow high. Elbow high. Let's look at that really quick again. So his block is easy, he doesn't chase the block, transitions high flat into the late blocker. Just takes the big part of the court. He's not a very big blocker. That was just a very high arm swing. You can see he's not jumping crazy high. I mean, he's not super high over the net. But he's hitting over the late middle blocker. He knows middle's late, so he hits it as high as he can and as hard as he can late cross court. This is always a good shot. Always a good shot. I mean, here to here, that's what most hitters go for. Just super high corners. This guy just hits really smart shots. Really miscommunication there. Here he is blocking. Taking the big part of the court. Transitions. He doesn't transition super far back either. You don't need a super huge transition back just to make sure that you're step closing. Comes back. Transitions, step closes, get to the 10, gets to the tee. Just step closes, see that huge seam. Just puts it in the seam. He just sees the block very well. He keeps it out in front of him. Sees the block really well. On the left flat there. He's just really quick onto the ball. He's driving, even though that was inside. He flies into it. You can see him flying into it. Look where he's taking off from. He's taking off from there. Lands all the way over there. Especially Gavin, this is what you gotta do. Gavin, you gotta jump from here. Fly into the ball. Fly into the ball. I think he's middle back here. He's middle back. Good communication. They just know where they are. It's a little. It's good if you run a 31 with the middle here. If you run a 31 with the middle, then their other middle is going to go with the middle, obviously, and you're going to have a wide open space right in the middle of the court. So see how this is. He's pulling everybody, all their blockers that way. The set here. So then it's just easy going right down the middle. That makes a good cross-court move with this block. Kind of reaching out. I mean, you see he's not getting very high over the net. His hands are equal, though those hands don't come together. His hands are both shoulder width apart the whole time. Hands deflecting back into the court. You can see right there his hands are both pointing into the court here. Both hands are directing back in on contact. So he's timing it really well. So he's late, but then he reaches and then pushes the ball back in with his hands. Late, but then he directs them back, and you see his hands right there? Right there, you can see his hands pushing back into the court. Pushing back in. Pushing back in. Another one, he's just protecting the big part of the court. Just another kind of late move outside. Pushing it back in. That's just being straight up on your hitter there. straight up and down, getting on your left hand, creating the like getting to all the way out there where he's creating a new line. He's creating just that pillar with that left hand out to the ball. Boom. You see, this guy is not jumping very high. I mean, he's just not one of these freak athletes, but yet his technique is great. I mean, I know we get our eyes over the net. I know most of our players get this far over the net. That's not crazy blocking. But yet, hands just apart perfectly, wrists aren't together. Hands go back into the court. Once he contacts, he's kind of moving, and then he makes another move right there. See that little extra move he makes? He's pressing, he's over the net, then he presses the last second. Here, extra press. Here, extra press. There, extra press. Extra press. Again, just a nice, solid, easy block. Easy. Not very tall and doesn't jump very high. That wasn't even a swing block either. Just a little bit of a hop, hands down a little bit just to get some extra momentum. There you go. Let's see his serve really quick again. Toss. Let's see his serve really quick here. Here you go, him serving. Big double arm lift again. Hand, wrist up, thumb up. Comes back. That really big torque you can see is closing off. His hips are forward, his shoulders are closed, his shoulders open. Closed to open, using his body behind it all to hit it to the left. Good speed.